So to start off, case study number 3, we're going to talk about what are the ethical dilemmas in this case study. The first major is the gender equality. Clearly, we can see that there is a lot of gender inequality, and that's something that even in the sport of wrestling should still be allowed. The program has no girl programs, and they're saying that she must wrestle a dude to be on the team, which is already gender inequality. The next is harassment. During the wrestle-off, Mike deliberately grabs Deborah in inappropriate ways to throw her off. This is very clearly physical harassment, and it's worse that the coach's behaviors allows for this to happen. Lastly is Coach Roy's reaction afterwards, saying that that he let a girl beat him. And this reinforces harmful gender stereotypes and encourages Tox's ideas that being beaten by a female is somehow humiliating. Instead of building respectful team culture, he adds fuel to the fire. Deborah is left without support, unsure to report what happens because she doesn't want to seem as a snitch. That highlights about the dilemmas. Next is the major ethical dilemmas here and the ethics we use in class. So first, we're going to talk about deontology. So this theory is based on the moral duties and the idea that people should be treated as ends in themselves, not merely as the means to an end. In Kant's view, it's not the outcome that makes an action right or wrong. It's the intention, whether it respects inherent dignity of all individuals. We can clearly see that Coach Roy violates this in several ways. By staying silent during Mike's inappropriate behaviors, he fails his moral duty to protect and respect Deborah. He uses her situation as a test of resilience rather than treating her with dignity and every other person deserves. Also, when Coach Roy tells Mike he's disappointed for losing the girl, he reinforces sexist views and also takes away from the dignity of a human. Secondly is utilitarianism. This is described as one that produces the most good to the greatest number of people. Actions are judged by their consequences. If they increase overall happiness and reduce harm, they're considered morally right. If Coach Roy were acting as utilitarianism, he would immediately address Mike's behavior to prevent emotional and physiological harm to Deborah. He would also have spoken to the team early on about respecting all teammates regardless of gender. That would have promoted a positive, inclusive culture, reducing long-term conflict. Instead, his choices led to pain and humiliation for Deborah and Mike, a divided team and potentially unsafe environment. A utilitarian would argue that the better leadership intervention would have created more happiness and well-being for everyone. Clearly, we can see that there is major ethical dilemmas and that there are many ethical views that support this for Deborah to be in a safer environment and the whole team to have a safer environment.